Kodak, Delco, basically. So Delco job losses in this area, mainly due to greed. Some changes in competency and that sort of thing. Kodak, literally not seeing, as a photographer who misses Kodak, misses the film, literally just not seeing the writing on the wall, having the patent, and deciding, nah. Like, so, no fault of the workers, no fault of workers. And now GM, which, again, bailouts, given every chance they possibly can, having at least supposedly a president that is claiming, fighting China, fighting overseas trade. How does it feel to have to do this? Have to be striking?
Add in the element of the electric car situation, and so when you look at Kodak and ask, well, what happened to Kodak? You're looking at a change in technology. Is one of the reasons why. I mean, I had an excellent work ethic, an excellent job at Kodak. I loved my job. I really did. At 25 years in. And I was hoping to retire out of there, and I was very happy with where I worked, and my pay and so on was very good. In fact, I've been here 14 years. I haven't come close to the pay I used to make at Kodak. So I was being treated well. I was not a union member at the time. Didn't feel the need to have that. But next thing you know, technology changes, and I'm fending for myself. And so I realize what it means to have a union to back you up and fight against those types of things. But here we are, possibly looking at the same thing with electric cars, going against the fuel type vehicles. And so where will we be then? So there we are with that, over the top of our heads too. So not really sure what's going to happen. So here we are having this strike, and we're wondering, well, what's the next step when that starts to actually overtake, the marketplace.
So GM's been fighting. I mean, GM historically has been fighting the electric car.
Right, but they're going to
documentaries about it.
And here we are talking about one of the facilities is going to be actually looking at possibly locating an electric vehicle here in GM. I'm not sure, not in New York State, but yeah, that's one of those things that everybody's concerned about, especially me. I mean, I can't restart over again at my age. I'm looking at it that way. A young guy might see the resiliency and say, well, look, I still got 25 years to pick myself up and turn things around in a way. I don't have that same 25 years, so I think about it all the time, constantly. I'm an older guy, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to bridge the gap to being able to get some form of retirement, if at all. So.
Yeah, because we still have, 5 years? So.
Yeah, and it was technology. Like I say, I totally expected to be able to retire out of Kodak, and I would have been retired 7 years ago, easily at Kodak if things hadn't changed in the technology. And I would have had a fairly decent retirement and set myself up decently.
Have you been in the same boat?
Oh, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm 62. Yeah. So me and him the same age, so we kind of relate to one another. And he feels it and I feel it, and I think it's a good experience for the young people to go through something like this because we're not only standing for ourselves, but we're standing more for the younger generation too. You know what I mean? What's going to happen in the future for our children and the children here in America. Everything's going overseas, cheap labor. We lost our jobs to Juarez, Mexico. So what's going to happen here in America? So I think if we don't stand up and try to hold our jobs here, it won't be anything after a while.
Yeah.
Yes. I think we need to fight for our jobs right here, keep our jobs right here in America.